Hello, dear viewers. Today, we will take you on a deep journey into ancient Egypt, one of the oldest and most mysterious civilizations in history. This video will allow you to discover the ancient wisdom of ancient Egypt, its mysterious pyramids, mythological gods, and mystical teachings. Ancient Egypt was not only a civilization, but also a level of consciousness that tried to understand the secrets of the universe. The Egyptians made a great effort to understand how life and death, the world and the beyond, cosmic forces and the human soul were connected. If you are ready, start diving into the mysteries of ancient Egypt. 1. The universal wisdom of ancient Egypt. Cosmic laws and spiritual understanding. Ancient Egypt was a civilization in which the order of cosmic life and the universe was deeply understood. The Egyptians believed that their existence was not only physically sustained, but also based on a spiritual balance. This understanding was born of a deep belief that everything was interconnected and that there was a balance between its beings. In Egyptian units, a concept called Ma'at represents the order, distribution, and balance of the universe. Ma'at was a symbol of both natural order and order. If a person lives in accordance with Ma'at, they provide both personal and universal balance. According to this understanding, the purpose of man was to provide both internal and external order, to separate for spiritual elevation, and to reach infinite wisdom. Egyptian dynasties offered various teachings and rituals for man to understand this cosmic structure and internal order. 2. Pyramids. The mystery of the universe and the gates of spiritual transition. The pyramids of ancient Egypt were not only structures or tomb structures, but also cosmic symbols. Beyond physical structures, pyramids carried deep meanings that told the secrets of the universe and the afterlife. These giant structures were symbols of a spiritual transition and integration with the universe. The Egyptians believed that the structure of the pyramids was designed to guide man on his journey after death. The Great Pyramid is considered the most important manager of these teachings. This pyramid is not only remarkable for its permanent perfection, but also for its astronomical and cosmic alignments. Each side of the pyramids represents the four basic directions: north, south, east, and west. These directions are symbols of the four basic elements and energies of the universe. The pyramids represent the connections between the sky and the earth, allowing the human soul to rise in accordance with the universal order. The internal structure of the pyramids is also extremely meaningful. Each room is a picture of the different stages of the journey of death and where the soul should be kept. The burial chambers and inscriptions inside the pyramids can produce the information necessary for the souls of the dead to unite with the gods and gain immortality. These rooms were not only physical burial places, but also spiritual transition points. 3rd gods: Ra, Osiris, Isis, and other mystical figures. The center of Egyptian mythology was based on gods and beings. These gods symbolize not only natural events and universal forces, but also the inner journey of the human soul. The most famous gods of Egypt are figures that describe man's inner power and search for universal wisdom. Ra, the greatest god of Egyptian mythology, is the sun god Ra. Ra is considered both a creator and a power that works to sustain life. Ra rises from the east every morning, illuminating the world, and retreats to the west in the evening, symbolizing the night. Ra's constant rebirth represents the continuity, and constant renewal of the universe. Ra's journey is also the symbol of man's spiritual ascension journey. Osiris. Osiris is the god of death and rebirth. The Egyptian people grew up with the belief that Osiris returned to life after his death and that life after death was possible. Osiris's rebirth after his death is a symbol that you can play with both physically and spiritually. The Egyptian people desired immortality and rebirth by worshipping Osiris. Isis. Isis is the future of magic and protection, and is also the wife of Osiris and the mother of Horus. Isis is identified with both the motherhood and protection archetype. Isis's growth is not only a physical, but also a spiritual power. Isis was also considered the protector of secret knowledge among the people. Horus. Horus is the sky god and is usually depicted with a falcon head. Horus is also the patron god of kings in Egypt. Horus's existence is associated with the symbols of governance, justice, and protection. Horus is the symbol of man's inner power, will, and ability to find the right path. Fourth, Egyptian beliefs about afterlife and spiritual journey. Egyptians believed that death was not an end, but a transition. This belief shaped how they perceived the afterlife and their rituals related to death. In ancient Egypt, death was the beginning of a spiritual journey. A person's death was an opportunity for them to find their place in the universe and achieve spiritual enlightenment. One of the most important texts in Egypt, the Book of the Dead, contained instructions on the spiritual journey after death. After death, the soul goes to a region called Amenti, where it goes through various tests. These tests determine whether the person's soul is pure, whether their mistakes are forgiven, and whether they are ready to unite with the gods. If the soul successfully passes these tests, it gains immortality and reaches the light of Ra for eternal life. Mummification of the dead was also very important for this journey. The Egyptian people would embalm the body to prevent deterioration and leave the necessary tools in the grave, so that the soul of the deceased could return to life after leaving the body. 5. Mystical practices: alchemy, astrology, and spiritual awakening. Ancient Egypt was a place where mystical practices and occult sciences developed. The Egyptians used various methods for spiritual development. These included alchemy, astrology, and meditation. Alchemy. Egyptian alchemists tried to unite the material world with the spiritual world. Alchemy was not only about the transformation of metals into gold, but also a journey about the human soul becoming golden. Astrology. The Egyptians tried to understand the effects of the planets and stars on human life. Astrology was a tool to help the human soul be in harmony with universal rhythms. Meditation and rituals. Egyptian priests tried to find inner peace through meditation and various rituals. These practices allowed the soul to adapt to the universal order and unite with the gods. Conclusion. Ancient Egyptian wisdom sheds light on our day. Ancient Egypt is one of the deepest and most mysterious civilizations in history, from its pyramids to its gods, from its mythology to its spiritual practices. Everything is a key to a person's spiritual journey and understanding of universal wisdom. Egyptians were in a constant quest to understand the cycle of life and death, to discover their inner strength, and to live in harmony with the cosmic order. Today, the wisdom of ancient Egypt continues to be a source of light for the modern world. If this video drew you to the deep wisdom of ancient Egypt, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. In our next video, we will be with you to discover other ancient teachings and universal secrets. See you.